Ramadan, ya Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome to another interesting edition of your program, our program, a program that enlightens you, that share interesting tips on how our Ramadan we go smoothly, how we are going to be having each free Ramadan. We'll be having very educative Ramadan, very thought-provoking Ramadan, very informative Ramadan, very healthy Ramadan, and very full of exercise Ramadan. This is where we share tips on what other things could we do during the days of Ramadan and during the nights of Ramadan. What other things? We all have different things to do during the days and in the nights of Ramadan. We all have our list, full list, so to speak. But then we're here to share other things, other tips that could lubricate our Ramadan for us to have a stress-free Ramadan, for us to have each free Ramadan. That's why this program is coming on your way. Your program, our program, you and your Ramadan with Sister Fidila. Let's quickly dive into it. What do we have for us today? Today, we just want to look at some of our lists. Yes, I know you all have your list in Ramadan. We all have our preferences in Ramadan. We all have set goals in Ramadan. Let's just look at those set goals. Are they smart goals? Those set goals, have we considered some of the strengths in those goals? Have we considered some of the weaknesses in those goals? Do we even take consideration that there might be some threats in those goals? Do we even consider some of our selling points, some of our unique selling points as far as those goals are? What are the unique selling points that we may have in those set goals? Those were the activities, those were the jihad activities that we have indulged in all year round. Those were some of the things we've been doing. It's been part and parcel of us before the emergence of the month of the blessed month of Ramadan. Those will be our unique selling point. Our unique selling point, just like people, just like the warriors that are going to the war front. You know, the warlords, they are the ones that are always at the forefront. And the subordinate, the supporting warriors will be in the middle field, and some that will be backup. But our best cards must be put on the table first. Those are our unique selling point. We all have different goals that we set for ourselves in the month of Ramadan. I'm not contesting that, but I just want to look at that with us today. Let's just take a look at some of the goals that we have in our kit for this Ramadan 2026, inshallah Ramadan. Okay, in those goals we are going to be looking at some of the threats that we might have in those goals. Yeah, there might be some threats that we may not have considered, but by the time we look at them now, you will realize that this might likely be threatful for me, or for us, or for my families during these goals. I also look at some of our weak points, some items in our kit as item on the set goals might build a weak point. Those weak points, there's tendency that we might want to elevate them. We might want to energize them to making them becoming our selling point. But first, let's look at our selling point. Our selling point in our kits. Yes, those were the things that we have been doing before. Are you the type that has been fasting every middle of the month, 13, 14, and 15, the white fasting? Are you the type that have been indulging in that? If you are the type, yes, this Ramadan is not going to shake you at all. Are you the type that has been observing Mondays and Thursday fasting? If that is you, those are your unique selling point, you know. Are you the type that have been indulging in 13, 14, and 15 fasting of every month? If that is you, those are your unique selling point. Are you the type that is cutting down on your dieting? Those will be your unique selling point. Why? Because during the month of Ramadan, it is the month that there is going to be abstinence from dawn till dusk, especially the don'ts. We have to abstain from them for us to get the full benefit of the month of Ramadan. So if you are the type you have not been fasting Mondays and Thursdays, that's your weak point. If you are the type that you have not been indulging in 13, 14, 15, the middle of the month fasting, the white fasting, that's your weak point. If you are the type that since year you have not even indulged in fasting until this Ramadan, that is threatful. Do you know that? Do you know that? That's a threat. Why did I say so? The first 2-3 days in Ramadan, it will be as if the world is going to come to an end. It's because it will be alien to you. 365 or 364 or 366 days down the line. Can you imagine that? The lunar month calendar. Can you imagine that? The last Ramadan, you have not fasted until now. That is threatful. Those are the threats that we have in our kids, and we don't know, because in the goals that we set, there are some invisible goals, and at the same time there are some visible goals. Those that we set intentionally and the unintentional ones. The unintentional ones that are already in our goal, naturally, those were the categories of people who have not indulged in fasting. Fasting itself, it's science. Aside from the injunctions of Almighty Allah, we know that of human beings. Do you know how long Allah has prescribed for us fasting, as it was prescribed for those before us, is enjoined on us? Science is not proving that for you to have longevity of life, you must indulge in some fasting. Some nutritionists are now advocating for people to have 16 hours fasting, for people to indulge in 8-hour fasting, just to have good health, just to have longevity of life. Islam has been preaching this for years. Now science is not proving it. So if you are the type that have not been indulging in fasting since the last fasting, that is threatful. We need to buckle up. There's no problem, brothers and sisters, but we need to buckle up. Aside from this, some of the things that can also be seen or categories under threat in the goals that we set for ourselves. If we are the types that eat too much, especially at night or in the morning, that can be threatful. Why did I say that? If you eat so much in the morning, you will be passing gas. You will be very uncomfortable. You will not be able to do Tilawatul Quran. You will not be able to sit for long. You will not be able to do some of the nafilas. You will not be able to indulge in quite a number of jihad for long. If you sit, you will not be able to sit too long. If you stand, you will not be able to stand for long because you have eaten too much. Some people, I don't know how they do it. They eat like pounded yam during sahur. How will you feel during the day? If you can carry your body, if your body is active during the day, I don't have a problem about that. But if it's not giving you good health, you may want to try something lighter, something proteinous. In subsequent discussion, we'll be highlighting for us some of the things that we could actually take during sahur, some of the things that we could actually take during iftar. You're having iftar because you've been fasting all day long. You are not having iftar. You want to put everything into your mouth together. You want to eat a full bowl of heavy food. You'll not be able to do your Maghrib. If you have done Maghrib, you'll not be able to do your Isha. You'll not be able to stand tall during Taraweeh. You'll not be able to wake up early in the night to do some of the activities that Allah enjoined on us. You'll not be able to do a lot of things in Ramadan, brethren. Let's face the fact right now. you need to check what is in your kit. You need to check the goals you set for yourself. You need to check if your unique selling points are actually smart enough. S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for realisticable, and time for time bound, because it's going to be 29 or 30 days. The goals you set must be time bound. Oh yes, the goals you set for yourself must be time bound. Let's look at it. If you set goals for yourself that you want in this month of Ramadan, you want to complete like a whole Quran, or you want to complete like 10 or 5, and you are eating food during sahur, you are eating food during iftar, how will you be able to do that? So let's look at what we have in our kit. If those items we have in our kit are actually smart enough, our unique selling point should be put on the front burner, and we should leverage on that more. Because what we have been used to, we have been doing our Tilawatul Quran before Ramadan. Those are our unique selling points. We'll be able to dwell more on that. We've been getting up around 3 for tahajjud every day or every other day. Those are our unique selling points. Let's dwell more on that. Those were the cards that will be on the front burner. We will be selling on that while we are trying to brush over some of the weak items in our kit, or some that we may see as being threatful, like the one we highlighted the other time. So those weaknesses or weak points in our set goals, we can always brush them up quickly. If you are the type that your Quranic connection has been so symbiotic, you and Quran, you're having a symbiotic relationship. What do I mean by symbiotic relationship? You're having Quran, Quran is having you. How do you have Quran and Quran will have you? You are the type that have been indulging in reciting Quran every day or every other day in your daily life outside Ramadan. You are having a symbiotic relationship with your Quran. You take your Quran every day. If you forget, your Quran will be calling you back. Come to me, you've forgotten today. Don't forget before you go to bed. And something will whisper into your ears, as if an invisible soul is trying to call your attention that, hello, babe. Hello, guy. Don't go to bed. Don't go to bed without calling unto me, without opening me today. That's your Quran calling you. That means you are having a symbiotic relationship with you and your Quran. So if you are the type that have been having that before, that is your unique selling point. Let's quickly have a recap. We have talked about symbiotic connections, symbiotic relationship with your Quran. We talk about your Qiyamul Layl. If you are the type that wake up in the night, you do night prayers, those will be your unique selling point. If you are the type that observe your involuntary prayers, your obligatory prayers, Subhi, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, wa Isha. If you are the type that have been following the rules, that have been observing it at the right time, that's also part of your unique selling point. What do you want to do now? You want to put it on the front burner. By doing what? By striving to observe all the obligatory prayers in the days and nights of Ramadan at the time that has been prescribed for full reward of Ramadan. Otherwise, most people will be abstaining from eating and drinking at the same time. They will not be having the full reward, with a lot of reasons. Allah is most merciful. Kabrullah, Allahu Akbar. Allah is most merciful. Allah will overlook some of our shortcomings. we have discussed about relationships with our Quran. We are talking about the consistency of our prayers as it is prescribed at the right time. If we are the one that has been indulging in that before, that means it's part of our unique selling point. Then we have to put it on the front burner by doing what? By leveraging on it and doing it more at the time it is being prescribed. And let's go the extra mile because it is our unique selling point. We want to go the extra mile this time around because we want to get the full reward in the month of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah. Allah is so merciful. We want to put our best foot in the door, our best foot forward by doing what? By doing more. All the nawafils. Remember, if you indulge in the nawafils, you will be given the reward as if you have observed an obligatory prayers. See how merciful Allah is. If you now observe the obligatory prayers and with full concentration, no rushing, no flight, salat, then you will be given reward as if you're observing a congregational prayers. Look at that. If you now indulge in congregational prayers most of the time in the days and months of Ramadan, that is jumbo sales for you, dear brothers and sisters in Islam. That is jumbo sales. You are accruing a lot of reward. Alhamdulillah. How can you leverage on that? We also mentioned if you are the type that is doing Qiyamul Layl, that's your unique selling point. You have to do what? You have to leverage on them and do more to receive the rahmah, the blessing, the reward, the sustenance, to increase your taqwa, to increase your God consciousness, to increase your relationship with your God Almighty, to increase your relationship with your brethren, and to increase your relationship with your subconsciousness. Let us sit into you for a while. Talking about subconsciousness, a lot of people do not know that Allah Azza wa Jalla has different ways of ministering into us. I'm going to be discussing that in subsequent discussion that we have. Let's continue on this journey of what is in our kit today. Also in our kit, we are discussing about our unique selling point. If the three that we have highlighted, talking about symbiotic relationship with the Quran, talking about prayers at the right time, and indulging in the nafilas, talking about a Qiyamul Layl, waking up for tahajjud, or you want to call it night vigil. If we have not been doing all of this, categorize this as your weak point. What did we inform us in the beginning that we have to do to our weak point? All our weak points need to be braced up. We need to energize them to move up the ladder to the unique selling point. We have discussed some of the unique selling points and some of the weak points that are embedded in our kit, in our set goals that we are not knowing or we are not taking cognizance of. Also, if you are the type that always indulge in dhikri, remembrance of Allah, when you are going out in the morning, when you are driving home, when you are driving to work, when you are driving back home, when you are in the kitchen, when you are at the laundry, when you are doing one form of activities or the other, you don't allow your mouth to just be muted. You don't allow your mouth to be singing wordly, ge. Instead, you have always indulged in the dhikri, remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jalla. At this moment, you have to leverage it is still part of your unique selling point, then you have to leverage on them. You have to dwell more on them. By increasing your indulgence in this, you are accruing more reward for yourself. And if you are the type that you have not been doing dhikri, you should count that as another weak point that is already embedded in your kit. Remember? Then you have to energize that aspect too and leverage on that aspect, because those are the ones that even if you don't have time to do tilawat al Quran, those are the ones that will give you more reward in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal. Leverage on them, my sis. Leverage on them, my brothers. There are a series of them that you can be chanting while driving to work, while coming back from workplace. You're in the kitchen, you say you're cooking, you don't have time to recite Quran. Why not engage in zikri, remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal? We have quite a number of them. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu yuhyi wa yumitu wa huwa hayyu la yamutu biyadil khairu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah el-azim. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah el-azim. Dúpẹ́ dúpẹ́ subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah. Fore rẹ lórí mi subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah. Thank you, my Lord, subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah. Most grace is yours, subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah. Glory be to thy name, subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah astaghfirullah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah astaghfirullah. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar. La ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah astaghfirullah. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar. La ilaha illallah. Quite a number of them. Ya huwa ya man la huwa illa huwa, ya man la ilaha illa huwa. Ya huwa ya man la huwa illa huwa, ya man la ilaha illa huwa. Ya huwa ya man la huwa illa huwa, ya man la ilaha illa huwa. Ya huwa ya man la huwa illa huwa, ya man la ilaha illa huwa. Ya huwa ya man la huwa illa huwa, ya man la ilaha illa huwa. If you are the type in the month of Ramadan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you are still having bad dream, أسعت لكافي وجدت لكافي لكل كافي غفى لكافي ولله الحمد أسعت لكافي وجدت لكافي لكل كافي وغفى لكافي ولله الحمد أسعت لكافي وجدت لكافي لكل كافي وغفى لكافي ولله الحمد حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل ونعم المولى ونعم النصير لا إله إلا الله حي القيوم لا ذا الجلال والإكرام ọbọlọ́hún àṣebúnàlá wà ní mọ̀lẹ́wàkẹ́lò wà ní mọ̀lẹ́mọ́lá wà ní mọ̀nẹ́sẹ̀rò láìláìláńlá ayọ̀lọ́kọ̀ yóò mú lẹ́zẹ̀lẹ́jọ́lálẹ̀ ìwàlẹ́kẹ̀ ọbọlọ́wà àṣebúnàlá wà ní mọ̀lẹ́wàkẹ́lò wà ní mọ̀lẹ́mọ́lá ونعم النصير لا إله إلا الله حي القيوم لا ذا الجلال والإكرام ọbọlọ́hún àṣebúnàlá wà ní mọ̀lẹ́wàkẹ́lò wà ní mọ̀lẹ́mọ́lá wà ní mọ̀nẹ́sẹ̀rò láìláìláńlá ayọ̀lọ́kọ̀ yóò mú يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. Let us sit with you for a while. You've got a lot, variety of them, to chant a zikr, remembrance of Allah. How will you allow somebody? I'm not hello. I'm not going to be happy with you. If I see you, I will come to your house. If I see you during the day in Ramadan, you are watching Nollywood, Hollywood, Bollywood, I'm not going to talk to you. I am not going to talk to you. I will not talk to you. Because you have a lot to do. Just 1 month for Allah out of 12 months. And you are in Ramadan. You are not watching home movie or what do you call it? Bollywood, Nollywood, whatever wood. You are watching in the days of Ramadan just to while away the time. Before you know what's happening, you will get to sleep while you're watching. And by the time you open your eyes, it's going to be time for iftar and you will be happy. No. You have not done good for yourself. You have not done good for yourself. If you were the type that did that last year, this year tell yourself you aren't going to do that again. This year, you aren't going to do that again. Tell that to yourself right now. Let me hear. Can I hear you say that to yourself? That you will not do that this year. As a matter of fact, what you should be doing the first 10 days for yourself is to be chanting. Bimoga faroli robi wajalani minale mukrami. Bimoga faroli robi wajalani minale mukrami. Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi kó kẹ́ mi, ìwọ lọba tí ń kẹ́ni. Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi kó kẹ́ mi, ìwọ lọba tí ń kẹ́ni. Rabbi ighfirli warham wa anta khairur rahimin. ربي اغفر لي وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. It is all about you and your Lord. بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. For my Lord has forgiven me and has counted me among the blessed, and has placed me among the honored, and has put me among the loved ones. It is all about you and your Lord. Like I always say to people, care less about hearsay. It is you and your Lord. Sometimes people will not understand you. Some people will look at you from the west angle of life and they see blue. Some people will look at you from the east angle of life and they see purple. And some people will look at you from the north angle of life and they see pink. And some people will look at you from the west angle of life and they see gold. Hold tight to the rope of your Lord. Your Lord sees your heart. When they said to the Prophet ﷺ, what he did not, what did he do? He didn't talk too much to exonerate himself or for people to see that what they're saying about him is not doing it or is even far away from it. He just turned unto the Lord. Turn unto your Lord. Hold the rope tight. Let the relationship between you and your Lord, let it be tight. That does not mean you are not going to experience challenges, because those that are holding on tight to the rope of Allah, those are the one Allah bedevil with series of life fitna. The friends of Allah, they are the one that face most challenges in life, because you cannot say you want to be friends of Allah on a platter of gold. One challenge as it goes, another one will come. Another challenge as it goes, another one will come. Another challenge as it goes, another one will come. If only you could understand the laughter, the definition of my laughter. Dear brothers and sisters, on the recap of what we discussed today, on our set goals, what do we have in our kit? I'm not giving you anything new, because I know you have armful of items in your kit already. I'm only assessing it with you. I just say, let's just look at those cards in your kit. Some of them are categorized under unique selling point, USP. Some of them are categorized under weak point, and some of them are under threatful situation. All those threatful situations, they need rescue emergency. Emergency comes from the soul. Rescue team comes from the soul. Rescue mission develops from the soul. If you are the type that you have never fasted since the last Ramadan, those kits, that invisible item in your kit is threatful. It needs emergency rescue mission. How to brace your soul to the level of embracing the old Ramadan, to be able to have a paradigm shift, a change of perception that I am going to indulge in not putting anything in my mouth from dawn till dusk till the next 30 days. My soul, do you hear me? Am I communicating to you, my soul? That's what you are going to do yourself. Rescue team. Start retraining your mind, your perception. Start having a shift in paradigm. That tummy will not have something during the day. Oh yes. You cannot go behind and drink water. No, you can't do that. No, you can't sleep the days of Ramadan because you fasting. No, you cannot watch Bollywood. No, you cannot watch Hollywood. No, you cannot watch all those music, all those boys braiding their hairs, singing. I'm not saying their song is not good. Their songs, they are making life is career. But in this month of Ramadan, can you save me? Can you save me those songs? All Davidos, they are good. All the whiskey, they are all good. All those, I don't know many more. I only know those ones. With Davido, whiskey, what again? Omorapala, anyone? Wasiu, anyone? I'm not saying they are not good. They are good. They are having their careers. As a matter of fact, some people see music as a way of, lessening mental health. But in this month of Ramadan, can you save me that? Can you keep that till after Ramadan, please? Because this month, even the Wasiu of this world, even the Pasuma of this world, there was the day I saw Pasuma is so religious. I saw him one something video clips on Hajj and his fans, All these people, they are very, in their private life, they are very religious, But some people are so obsessed that they can't do without playing them in a day. And you are playing them during the day in Ramadan. That's not good. Even those who sang the song, they don't play their song in the days of Ramadan. No. Please, let's watch all this aspect. May Allah make it easy for us. We're still coming to habits, some of the habits that we develop during Ramadan, our self-development during Ramadan. In fact, we should take self-development during Ramadan as being key. You keep grudges during Ramadan. You can't continue to do that. You can't continue to keep grudges during Ramadan. As a matter of fact, as you are entering Ramadan, all those who offended you, leave them for Allah. All those who say what you did not do, leave them for Allah. All those who carry rumors about you, leave them for Allah. All those who are owing you money and they are still abusing you, leave them for Allah. Allah will make them come and pay you. All those who are backbiting you all around, leave them for Allah. All those who are telling people that they know what you did this, you did that, when you don't even do any of those things, leave them for Allah. Tell them Sister Fadila says, I should leave you for Allah. Oba fi wọ́n lẹ̀ fọ́lọ́hun. Sister Fadila ti ní kí n fi wọ́n lẹ̀ fọ́lọ́hun. Èmi ti fi yín lẹ̀ fọ́lọ́hun. Àní mo fi yín lẹ̀ fọ́lọ́hun. Because your self-development in the days and nights of Ramadan is very significant. Otherwise, if you don't put that part of your unique selling point that you want to leverage upon, all your jihad, all your strive, all your abstinence will be tantamount to notify as billah. You have to leave them for Allah. Can you leave them for Allah to judge? In the days of Ramadan, before Ramadan, and outside Ramadan, your habit is very significant. And it must be leveraged upon in the days of Ramadan. You cannot be fasting and you get to work in the morning, you fail to greet some people. Greet those who greet you, greet those who did not greet you. Greet those who are keeping malice. Greet people, don't expect reply. Hello, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, salam alaikum, salam alaikum, salam alaikum, salam alaikum. Leave them for Allah. Don't let that hold you back. Don't let that stain your Ramadan. Don't keep grudges during Ramadan. don't get to the masjid during Ramadan, someone sits by your side and your mind is saying, don't sit beside me, don't sit beside me. I don't like you. Those are the stains. Those are the red dots that will stain your white cloth before Allah Azza wa Jal. Those are the cripples of Ramadan, gains of Ramadan. If you want to have a full standing reward, full-fledged reward, the word that is not cripple, then you don't accrue all this negativity in your mind. You get to the masjid, you said because somebody did not greet you, you don't want to greet that person. What for? Say salam alaikum to them and get going. You get to the masjid, you finish your prayers, and you are still standing outside and still discussing, backbiting about another person. You just finish your prayers and you are doing outside something that will remove all the reward of that prayers in your kit. Self-development during the days and nights of Ramadan. Don't say because you finish breaking your fast, then you want to indulge in backbiting, calling people and talking about another person. She didn't come to the masjid today and she's at home and she's not doing anything, she's not working, she's just a nursing mother and she's not doing this and she's not doing that. Instead of they saying that, what can you do to help him? What can you do to help her? Allah is challenging you. What can you do to help him? What can you do to help her? If you help him or if you help her, what are you using to follow it? What do you say to her to follow your help? Why? Because you might have helped them before. And what happens? You follow your assistance with slightful, painful thoughts, silly thoughts. Next time that person will not allow you to help him. Next time if that person is in pain, will not want you. That person will prefer to go and call someone who's got to know Islam. And Allah will reward you for that. Are you that type that will help someone and will follow that help you have rendered with silly talks, or that will follow that assistance you have rendered to that person with something so insightful in the sight of Allah, something that is so demeaning, something that is so painful that the person will be remembering and the person will be shedding tears. And by so doing, when that person finds him or herself in any problem, the person will prefer to go to kafir, to seek assistance, rather than coming to fellow Muslims to seek assistance. Allah will ask you. If you are the type, Allah will ask you. Let's be mindful of what we do. The way we treat people. When we render help to people, the way we treat them, let's be mindful. Let us sit with you for a while and think about it. Because the Prophet ﷺ tells us that Muslims are like a body of one man. When a part suffers, the whole body suffers along with it. If you have a cut on your finger and someone hits you by that finger, all your body will shake as if someone has done something to your body. It is as a result of the pain on the hand. The Prophet ﷺ says that is the way you Muslims should see yourself. Al-Muslim, Ahlul Muslim. So let us embrace ourselves. Whenever we render any assistance to our brothers and sisters, not follow it up with something demeaning or something painful. And let us abstain from using the challenges that our sisters or brethren are facing as topic for our content. Allah will ask us. Some people are full of using the challenges their brethren are going through as content, as topic, and they will say they are propagating Islam. That is not propagation of Islam. That is so demeaning. Let's not indulge in this. Let's abstain from it. All of these affect our religion, affect our ibadat, affect our amana, affect our Ramadan, affect our subconsciousness. May Allah overlook our shortcomings. May Allah Azza wa Jalla continue to guide us aright. May Allah Azza wa Jalla continue to make our way easy for us. May Allah Azza wa Jalla continue to make our days and nights in Ramadan easy for us. May Allah Azza wa Jalla guide us towards that which we make us receive His favor. May Allah Azza wa Jalla abstain us, guide us away or against that which will make us receive the wrath or His anger. وقولي قولي هذا استغفر الله لي ولكم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.